purpose for trussing chickens is primarily for appearance's sake. It keeps the bird in a nice compact shape when you cook it, so that when it goes on the plate, if you want to serve a half a chicken, it's really nice. Also, when you're serving the thigh portion, it's sort of gathered up pretty rather than sort of legs out in the sky, out in the air. There's a downside to it that's sort of being realized, is that this dark meat needs a bit more cooking than this white meat, and when you tuck the whole thing up underneath, it cooks more slowly even than the breast, so that's a bit of a problem. So cooking-wise, you may be better off thinking in terms of hanging chickens like this to get air around the legs and the thighs and slowing the cooking of the breast down. But our job today is to make it look pretty, more importantly. So what I want to do is sort of open up the wings and then take the thighs and push them up underneath the keel, right? So it has a nice compact shape. I want to take the string and at the midpoint put it underneath, right, the pelvis. So let's do a really quick anatomy lesson, right? The bird walks around like this, so this is its pelvis, right? This is the thigh bone here, right? This is the bones of the shin, the lower leg, and it even has two little bones in there, just like you do. This is the arm bone, and inside there's the spine, there's a rib cage, a sternum, they have clavicle, they have like a what do you call them? Collarbone, right? Bones of the arm, they have two bones in the wing, just like you do in your forearm, and all the bones of the finger are present in the wingtip. So it's pretty close to being a little person walking around when it does walk around. So when I say underneath the pelvis, what I really mean is it's pelvis because it has one. So we're going to put it breast up, legs toward us. I want to get the string underneath the pelvis, the sort of width of the pelvis. And if I push this up and under, it's going to contain the ends of the legs. What I want to do, though, is crisscross the string, right? Like an X, I've basically traded sides with a string. And then I want to drop the string below the leg. And I'm going to turn that around so you can see what I'm doing. I want to put it underneath the pelvis, take it over the top, and swap hands with the string. And then I don't want to go over the top, I want to let the string drop beneath the leg there. So it's now exiting in the little margin between the thigh and the drumstick. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to flip it around so I can do this well. Next thing I'm going to do is, I don't want to pull tight on this because the whole bird's tapered. It's just going to pull the string off the end. What I want to do is get the string sort of in place across the arm bones here, right? And then I can actually pull it on a bit because the string here is pulling this whole loop backwards. Swap it again and run it underneath the neck. A little short string. But the run of string goes around the neck that way, and the neck is kind of like a hitching post. You sort of pull the whole thing together. Let me do it again with a slightly longer piece of string. So I want to push the legs up underneath the end of the breast. I want to put the string underneath the pelvis here. I want to take the string and swap hands so it crisscrosses, and then drop the string underneath the legs so that it's exiting now there, right? Can you see that? There and there. And then when I pull this way, it pulls it all together, right? So I'm going to put the string over the top of the wings and then flip the bird over. So now it pins the wings to the side of the bird. Crisscross again, run the string under the neck, and now I've got something to pull against. I can bear down pretty hard. The thing to notice is that the string didn't go around the outside of the breast, it went across the arm bone here, right? So it pins the arm bone to the body instead of going around the outside. So just tie a simple overhand knot, right? One over the other, and then use that to cinch it really tight. And notice that, right, the legs go right up underneath the keel. It gets a really compact sort of football shape, and at that point I can just double the knot so it doesn't slip. And who here has a younger brother? Does anyone here have a younger brother? Did you ever put your brother in a full Nelson? Right, you know what I mean? Right. So I want, or did you ever lie on the beach and you put your arms behind your head like this? So we're going to do the same thing with the chicken. I'm going to take him and I'm going to take his wings and I'm going to fold him back behind his head, right? So it looks like that from this side. So I'm going to put him in a full Nelson, and in doing so, it's just the tension of the joints holds everything in place. So now I've got a nice even chicken. Make sure that the skin gives the breast a nice even covering. If you want to tie just one knot or a bow, what I want everyone to do is go tie it and then bring it back to me and show it to me. If I prefer, you're going to tie it over again. So just tie a bow in it or just one knot if it'll hold. So you want to see me do it again?
Chef, I was going to say, could you roast it